morning, children. Today we will learn about the making of the independent India's constitution. Narayana Live Classes Scheme. Narayana Live Classes Scheme. Dated 6th of July. Class 10. Class 10. 10th class 6th July dated Narayana Live Classes Scheme. And the topic is Social Studies. The making of independent India's constitution. Last class we have studied about the making of the independent India's constitution. Now today in this lesson we will learn the very important features. That is what is the form of the constitution, what is the form of the government that we have. You know very well that we have the constitution, that is federal constitution. Federal constitution was there. At the same time we have the parliamentary system of government. So based upon that the assignment is designed. So listen to this. Who is the head of the Indian Union? Who is the head of the Indian Union? Is it president or the prime minister? The head of the Indian Union is president. Who is that? President. So the first answer is president. President is the head of the Indian Union. Okay, children. And now based upon that only, what is the form of the government of India? Means what is the government form in India? Government form is parliamentary form of government. We have a parliamentary form of government. Actually, you know very well that we have two types of governments. One is parliamentary form and the other one is the presidential form. India has adopted the parliamentary form of government. So, the second question answer is parliamentary form of the government. And see here, parliamentary system is followed in India. Of course, the same, we have adopted the parliamentary system from England only. England parliament is the mother of the world parliament, that you know very well. So, parliamentary system was adopted by India, and the second option is presidential system. England was given. Actually, England also follows the parliamentary system only, no? So, presidential system, what is that? That is America. Presidential system is the America. So, what is the mismatch that is given here? The mismatch that is given here is parliamentary form and England. This is the mismatch. So, actually, what should be there? Parliamentary form England, that is correct. This either this way or we should have the presidential form and the USA. This should be there. But instead of that, they have given the answer that is presidential form England. That is the mismatch. So what is the mismatch? Actually, what did they ask? They have asked to identify the mismatch. What is the mismatch? The mismatch is presidential form and England. This is the mismatch. The correct one is presidential form USA or parliamentary form England. That should be taken into consideration. Now coming on to the next part. That is, the next part is see, you have to understand the situation in the first pair. Based upon that, the second pair has to be filled. Indian president is assisted by whom? He is assisted by the Council of Ministers. Then the President of America is assisted by whom? The President of America is assisted by whom? That is the question. The President of America is assisted by whom? Secretaries in charge. He is assisted or he is advised by the secretaries in charge of different departments. Okay, children. See, and we are talking about the president. President of India. The powers of President of India are similar to the powers of which country's government they have given. Very important, children. The President of India's powers are compared with the powers that are with the King or Queen of England. So, the President of India has the same powers like that of the Queen of England. King or Queen of England, right children? And see, I am reading about the two features. Read, you please understand these two features and tell me about the feature of the Constitution. What is the feature of the Constitution? See, listen to this. The central polity has the supreme powers. The central polity has the supreme powers. First one, the absence of the subsidiary sovereign polity. The absence of the subsidiary sovereign polity means what? All the powers are in the hands of the central government. There are no subsidiary sovereign government. This is there with which type of constitution? This is fine with the unitary form of the government. This is fine with the unitary form of the constitution. So children, the first one, President is the head of our Indian Union. We have adopted the parliamentary system of government. The presidential system in England is a mismatch. The secretaries in charge of different departments will advise the President of America, and the powers of India are same to that of the King or Queen of England, and all the powers are concentrated in the hands of the central government, and there are no subsidiary sovereign polity. This is the feature of the unitary form of constitution. Unitary form of the constitution, right children? Now we will learn about the one more questions. What are the features of the federal constitution? What are the features of the federal constitution? See here, federal constitution means existence of both central and subsidiary polity. Both central and subsidiary. Both are there. At the same time, they enjoy these two powers. They enjoy the sovereign powers in the field assigned to it. Means they enjoy sovereign powers in the field given to them. In the field assigned to them. Then we call that as a federal constitution. Then only we call that as a federal constitution. So children, what are the features of the federal constitution? We have discussed about the federal constitution features. Now, what is the similarity between the Indian federal system and the American federal system? Indian federal system and American federal system. What is the feature that is same? What is the same in the Indian federality and the American federality? See here, the government, that is central government or federal government, it is not a league of states. It is not a league of states. Means what? It is just not having any powers over the state governments. Means suppose central government is there, the states are having all the powers, then central government cannot control them. It is not like that. It is not. Central government has some powers over the state governments also. The central government is not a mere league of states. Means the union of the states. It is not the union of the states, but it is having some powers over the over the state governments. That is the first similarity between India and America. And at the same time, the states are not states. These subordinates. These states are not the administrative units. They are not the administrative units of the central government. Administrative units. They are not the administrative units of the central government, but the states enjoy a sovereign power. The states enjoy the sovereign power. These two are the common similarities between the Indian Federation and the American Federation, right children? So now coming on to the next one, that is listen to this. Which type of the government gives definite powers or defined powers for both the states and the central government? To both state and central government, which one gives us? Because federalism itself means the dual quality. Federal system means dual quality. It defines all the powers. Hence, it defines the powers of the central government and state government means it is nothing but the federal constitution. Right, children? Federal constitution. Federal constitution. So, you have to know the next important question is distinguish between the American president and the Indian president. Distinguish between the American president and the Indian president. See here, Indian president and American president. So, Indian president, he is only a nominal head. He is only a nominal head. American president, he is the executive head. He is the executive head. That means all the powers are there in the hands of the American president. And he is advised by the cabinet. Advised by the cabinet, those who are elected by the people. Cabinet is elected by the people. So, he is advised by the cabinet, elected by the people. Whereas he is advised by the secretaries in charge of different departments. Secretaries in charges of the different departments. So, what happens? These people, they are appointed by the president only. The president only appoints these people. That is the reason this Indian president, he is bound to accept the advices. He has to accept, bound to accept the advices of the cabinet. Whereas this American president, not bound to accept. If he want to accept, he will. If he doesn't want, he cannot. So like this, that is the main difference. And he cannot remove the cabinet. He cannot remove the ministers. But whereas this particular American president can remove them. Why? What is the reason? Because he only has appointed them. No, they are not elected members. No, so he can remove them. Whenever he doesn't like them, he can remove them. But whereas here, he cannot remove them. So these are the fundamental differences between the American president and the Indian president. Okay, children? And now the next one is, what are the unitary features of the Indian Constitution? Indian Constitution mainly has three important unitary features. What are the three important unitary features? The first one is single judiciary. The first one, what is the first one? Single judiciary, the first one. The second one, what is the second one? All India Commons. All India Common Civil Service Examinations. Civil Services, IAS and IPS examinations. Okay. Uniform laws. Uniform laws. The laws are uniform throughout our country. Uniform laws like the Indian Evidence Act, Negotiable Instruments Act, or that is the Indian Penal Code, or Civil Procedure Code, or Criminal Procedure Code. All these are uniform throughout our country. Throughout our country, from Jammu and Kashmir to Kanyakumari. Everywhere the same procedure should be followed. Finally, the last one is single citizenship. Single citizenship. This is also the unitary feature of our constitution. So these are the different features, unitary features of our constitution, children. Okay. So that's all for today. Tomorrow we will meet with one more assignment key. Until then, children, good day. Thank you.